Really, it's that. It's literally that. It is, the also the setup is straight up Sir Arthur Conan Doyle just took it and made it a Scandal in Bohemia. And that's when I scared Wombat away.
I'm just over here realizing Chef Boyardee spaghetti meatballs is not as good as I thought it would be.
What spaghetti meatballs?
Chef Boyardee.
Okay, I heard Chipotle, and I was like, what the fuck were you expecting? Spaghetti and meatballs. It's just like, I don't know why you expected good from that.
You know, if that was what I was trying to get, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Okay, I'm back.
I would...
Just a really short and stubby.
Like that. Hormel makes a pretty good tamale that's like that.
I'm always depressed. I have to get like a can of chili. Comes out and like dog food.
Yeah. That's why most of the time if I eat anything tinned, it's just vegetables. Because there it doesn't matter that much.
You know it's not the dog food then, because you wouldn't feed dogs vegetables from a can.
Right. I mean, one of my dogs would definitely eat it though, but
I mean, dogs will eat most anything.
oh no, one of my dogs doesn't eat vegetables like at all. You will hand her a tomato or a piece of lettuce or anything, and she will like lick it and be like, "I don't want that," and set it on the ground.
I cooked the tiniest pieces of salmon for my cat and dog the other day, and they both liked it, but I think it was a mistake for my dog to like it because for the next like 4 minutes, everywhere I went, the dog just stared at my hands, and like anytime I stopped moving for 2 clicks of a second, she would just sit very politely and stare at me, hoping to get more, and I'm just like, I need to eat. This is my role.
How do you add pages to the note cards?
Oh, just tab down, like the.
Oh yeah, you just hit the down arrow, and it'll just
Yeah.
add another one.
Well, when I hit the down arrow, it just tells me the rules.
Yeah, so you can just click.
Yeah, you can just start typing on there, and it'll all go away.
You can also hit the minus or plus button to like decrease the font sizes.
Gotcha.
Okay, is everyone ready?
I should be.
Can I change my distinguishing physical characteristic to Eldritch facial piercing?
Go for it. That sounds about right.
Excellent.
Welcome everyone again to another exciting episode of Wheel That Turns. We'll probably get through all the dynamics, I guess, with the Wheel That Turns. Listen, I'm very tired. I spent 3 hours on the phone today to learn that I don't even know if I learned anything, honestly.
I would say let's call it
Sometimes it works
Comcast.
out like that.
Oh no, it was actually our gas company, which is somehow worse. Because I expected we got a new gas company. They were supposed to contact the old one to say, hey, they're switching, just stop paying, like, charging them now. We are not sure if that happened, so I called the first gas company to see if the second one called. I spent an hour on hold, and then suddenly it stopped playing music or sounds. I was still connected.
Oh, I hate that.
I had nothing, so I was like, I don't know if I'm still here. So I'm just gonna recall, I guess. So I spent another hour on hold before they finally picked up. And I was like, oh, so we have this other company. Did they like call in to say that? They're like, no, we have gotten nothing from that. And I'm like, okay, then I guess I'm calling to cancel my service now. So I spent another hour and 15, I think, on hold to get someone to cancel my service. We did the entire process, and he was like, oh, there's something, it's not letting me. Oh, okay, so it seems like there's another company that you're going to be switching to, so I can't cancel it because it's already, like, set to cancel itself once they pick up. And I'm just like, so I spent another hour and 15 minutes on the phone just to find out that the thing they told me before was incorrect. Super cool and good.
Amazing. Beautiful. No notes.
Having worked in call centers, that first call where you pick up and there's just absolutely nothing and no music, that's probably someone with their mic on mute that walked away from the computer without being on break.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's been about 5 minutes like that before I decided to give up every try.
Yeah, they probably just forgot to go into aux to go on their break.
Amazing.
It happens.
Alright, so last session, everyone made trouble for everyone they could find. Is basically what my notes say.
I don't remember making trouble for anybody.
You repeatedly tried to break down every door you saw.
I'm the only sane person here.
I tried to open a door. I didn't try to break it down. If I tried to break it down, there would have been, you know, at least noise or something.
You did sneak into a secret area of the Union, though.
Looking for other ways in.
Went to the back and tried to sneak in a secret place.
Oh, I thought she actually did get up in there.
I don't think so.
No, the door was unable to be opened from the outside.
No,
It was.
sorry,
It was.
She got to the roof, which I think
Yeah.
counts.
Right.
The roof is not a secret place. Everyone knows it has a roof.
Roofs are always secret places. You don't know what's going on up
The
there.
idea of a secret place just means a place where pedestrians aren't supposed to be, not a place that no one knows exists. Because when I look at a house, I know there are rooms in it. That doesn't mean they're not secret anymore.
Well, I didn't see any signs saying not to go on the roof. The roof wasn't locked, and the door was, so...
See,
No.
this is exactly my point. You said there's no sign saying don't get on the roof, therefore I'm allowed to get on the roof.
By scaling the building.
Also pointed out that the roof wasn't locked and the door was. I respected the lock on the door, and I climbed to the roof.
And what I'm saying is, if someone climbed to the roof at your job, you would agree that that's not a thing they're supposed to be doing.
Anyway, here we are. We fought some people. We met the rumor mill. We thought she was leading us somewhere, and she wasn't.
Still my favorite part. Just everyone being like, you're the reason we almost got attacked. And she's like, what are you talking about? I just left.
We learned about Emily's propensity for destroying doors.
I didn't destroy any doors.
You have before. It's okay. You don't have to.
Well, you're
deny
talking about last session. I didn't destroy a single door last session. I lightly tapped a door. It was locked. I left it alone. I didn't even try to break it down or anything.
Emily's on the patch for breaking doors.
Pierce came across as like my weird, socially inept brother during a conversation with
Oh gosh.
important people in the Union. And that, what are we doing now, Dom?
Well, you went towards the end of the city, like the rumor mill explained to you, ran into a wall somehow, that was the sky. And then you turned around and saw that her, warning about werewolves wasn't entirely unfounded.
So we're facing a werewolf.
Yeah, you're kind of fighting a werewolf now.
Are we fighting it? Have we started fighting it, or can we
Not
talk?
quite. You have seen each other, and then I believe you wanted to take dice out of your pocket and roll them, like a sane person.
Yes, I did. And I still don't have my pair of dice.
At this
So
point,
does-
I don't think you're gonna get them.
Anyone have a squeaky toy that we can throw?
I have some not dog food.
That might work. Anyone got some nice cooked salmon?
No. Does the werewolf look like it's doing anything?
It's crawling towards you, growling, looking directly at you. I mean, it looks like it's about ready to attack.
And we're like backed up against the dome or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Since I'm not allowed to roll my dice, can I just shoot it? Can I just get the?
Definitely can. I mean, you could roll your dice instead and then get mauled, but like, I believe the
Yeah, I'm
first
gonna-
thing you said before the session started was, "I'm gonna try to play my character as a normal person from now on."
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get the drop on the werewolf by shooting at it. And that is a 5 guns.
Obligatory ask of, is this a new scene to enable skill gaining?
For the purposes of skill gaining, yes. For the purposes of consequences,
Composure.
no, because the consequences happen at as you ran into the wall.
Yeah.
I'm just writing my aspects from last week because I didn't get to it because I took a skill at the end.
There's no way I can spend a fate point and make my cane have a silver head on it. Right?
No.
Dang it. Because then I'd be able to live the werewolf dream.
I don't think the werewolf dream is getting hit by a cane that has silver on it.
No, but I could recreate the end of the classic movie, The Wolfman, where guy beats a werewolf to death with a silver-headed cane.
Alright, Wamba, go ahead and roll me guns.
Oh, I already did. It was a 5.
5, thank you. And he looks at you and looks angry. Understandably.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I'm gonna throw it to Emily now.
Alright, Em, what you got?
So we just discover this new type of creature and we start beating it up for no reason?
It's snarling and creeping towards us. We would take no chances.
I mean, it's baring its fangs. It's got its claws out. I mean,
Poor
it's
puppy.
essentially like drooling, and it's the whole package.
It's ready for blood.
Sad misunderstood puppy. Okay, I'll do what everyone expects me to do. I know why this turn was passed to me.
I have no idea why.
I'll run over and I guess try and figure out if I should try and make an advantage or just make damage. I'll just go over and punch it.
You're gonna fight this turret too?
No. That's a 0.
dodge out of the way, really. Just kind of like hit it and realize that like that was not your best punch. It just kind of bounces off of his chest. Who's next?
Anna.
I like to pull my pistol out of my purse, like I mentioned, I had it on my hand on it last time,
Okay.
and I'd like to try to shoot it in the kneecap to create an advantage.
Okay.
I assume this is a guns check.
Yes, indeed. Unless you find a way to have a stunt that says otherwise.
No, I'm glad I intended to take guns as my last thing, because that makes it a 1 instead of a -2.
Alright. He dodges out of the way.
I figured.
Alright, who's next? Pierce or the werewolf?
Is that a band name?
Pierce or the werewolf.
I think Pierce and the werewolf would be like the name.
I would listen to that band.
Like a Susie and the Banshees cover.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to having. It's been a week. I give it to the werewolf.
Werewolf. Alright.
This song makes no
Werewolf
sense.
will take a swipe at Emily, who has run up
Yep.
So roll me athletics or endurance to see if a swipe attack at you.
5.
That's real good.
Mm-hmm.
So he would do a 2-point shift towards you. Just barely glances you.
So, does he hit a stress box?
Yeah, he hits your 2 stress box. And now it's Pierce's turn.
Okay, so we've got someone who uses guns. We've got someone who uses fists. We've got 2 people who use guns. At that point, I'm going to use my cane. I am going to declare I'm going to use a weapon. And I'm going to put it in for my great skill. Because I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this persona aspect, but the idea would be I'm much better at physical actions than conversing about what to do, as we've seen.
Matter over mind.
Yes, matter over mind. Excellent.
Force over function.
Yes, yeah, no, we've seen my character's not a socially competent person.
No, I bet you
Yeah.
that piercing in your face to conform to society.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is a 7 to go at it with my cane to damage it.
Depreciating rap. I'm gonna stop. Like, I got nothing. I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. The Puerto Rican job.
That was a very good roll.
Yes, I know.
Alright, who's going next?
Stop.
I like that you just walk over and start beating the shit out of him with a cane.
Hmm.
2 people pulling out guns, 1 person goes in with their fist, and you're just like, smash!
Stop talking. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna live that classic Universal monster movie, one way or the other.
Yeah, this wolf is a hooligan, and he is on your lawn.
Wow.
Who goes next?
Pierce.
Yeah.
Who goes next?
Oh, yeah. Then I'm gonna toss it to myself again. Sorry.
I'm
I'm
And then
not
you're
used to having to toss it to myself at the end. I was like, oh yeah. That is a 3 to beat the werewolf.
So you just walked over to him and just went ham.
Yes.
Yeah, because you rolled real bad, so that hits him again. Actually, use another fate point. I want to take the least amount of damage as I can.
So do I go with next person now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm tossing it to Forrest. Blow him away.
Okay. Alright, so Emily's over there beating the werewolf with her fists. Pierce is over there doing insane shit with a cane. Anna has also pulled out a gun. What do I have on me? Right.
We're all counting on you, Forrest.
Forrest gun.
Gun, Forrest, gun.
That was brilliant last week. Was that Broius who
Yes.
said gun force? Yes, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at skills right now to see if there's something else I could do with what I have on hand.
You're looking for your new signature bite?
There isn't anything I want to do with the items I have on hand. Okay. I'm just going to shoot at the werewolf again. I'm going to aim right in between its eyes. That is a 3.
Okay, that'll hit him. Yep, you're able to take a pretty good shot into his chest.
Okay. My aim slipped a little bit at the end there.
That's just how it be sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, who's next then?
The werewolf.
Werewolf's turn. Excellent. Alright, well, someone has beaten him with a cane twice, and that's not super great to him, so he is gonna take a shot.
Good.
Okay.
Gonna roll against that.
Yeah, please do. This would be fists, so you could use athletics or
Athletics.
endurance.
Well, I have neither of those skills, but I did roll a 1, so I'm probably only going to take some damage.
I don't know. He is a werewolf.
Eight. Just 8 stress box.
Oh,
8 stress.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm going to take a moderate consequence on that.
That's fair.
He went at me with a claw.
Yep.
Let's see.
I've also,
Um,
for anyone watching on YouTube or the VODs, also only just remembered that I had music playing, so if you are now hearing sound, because it has been muted up until now, we're fighting a werewolf. That's about it.
I'm gonna say that my face just gets like Harvey dented right down the side.
I don't like how much facial trauma is happening to your character.
Yeah.
One of them just being your piercing.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is like he got me in the piercings.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess piercing's not part of your face anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna say.
Well,
he
it's an
got the
eldritch piercing, so it just moved to another side after
Yeah,
it like,
it's
ripped
now
off
on the
his
other
face.
side somehow, but it did smart when it took it out.
Sorry, dude.
He's fine.
Now he's just scarred all the shit and has a weird facial piercing.
Yeah, it looks less like it's part of my style and more like I'm trying to cover up a massive injury with this.
We'll go to Emily next, because Emily's right next to you.
Cool. I'm gonna punch it. Or maybe I won't.
Your dice like don't want you to be in combat.
No, they really don't. Can I reroll that because I don't like to wait for fights to last forever and I want to solve this now?
Absolutely, yeah.
Slightly better. Not much, though. That's a 3.
3?
Mm-hmm. Did you take my point?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. He's going to use a fate point for his animal instincts so that he doesn't get hit up to his 5th health box or stress box.
So does he just not get hit at all?
Barely. But it also listen, you hit him regularly. I now also only have 2 fate points for the rest of this session. Why are they not? Okay. Anyways. Anna's the last one.
I'm going to try to shoot him again. This time I'm just going to try for damage.
No trick shots from Anna Oakley today.
That's a 1 again.
Alright, that will not...
Actually, I'm going to try to spend a fate point on that to re-roll it.
Okay.
Because I'm always ready to protect myself.
Anna and Emily just tried to defend here.
That's a 0.
Alright, that will not hit. And I am so very sorry about it. Alright, who's starting the round then?
You know, I'll throw it back to myself and try to redeem myself.
Alright.
That's a better 3.
Much better.
Tried to grab some dice and I grabbed a portrait somehow.
Don't you hate that?
Really, just the worst, right?
I'm sure everyone can relate.
Food.
Alright. Alright. Well, he is going to take a minor consequence of a slight limp in order to not take any proper damage. As you shoot him, he just kind of twists a bit and gets hit right in the thigh. Not enough to really, like, hurt him, but enough that it's, you know, he's gonna feel it for a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like it hurts.
Yeah.
Force, knock him out.
Okay, if I wanted to throw a knife, would that be a guns or a weapons check?
Very unfortunately, guns.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw my knife directly at his eye. You know, I'm trying to get into that brain cavity.
It's, like, super fortunate for you, it's just, I don't know why. Like, it used to drive me insane when I played this campaign 10 years ago, that throwing something was, like, you know, if someone cut off your hand and you threw it at someone, that's not fists, that's guns.
Well, that, you know, I'm a remorseless executioner, so I'm gonna re-roll that.
All right.
Wasn't much better. That's a 3.
Rerolls haven't been nice today.
No.
No.
And as you throw your knife at him, I guess that's not bruised, huh? Yeah, he turns just out of the way, and you still manage to hit him in the face fairly well and slash his jaw up a bit, although he doesn't take any damage from it. But he's not looking great. That's a second minor consequence.
Okay. I hate that they're able to take, like, multiple minor consequences.
Kill him.
All right, Pierce, you batshit crazy cane man, go at him.
Alrighty. Time to raise Kane, and I'm gonna just roll another weapons on him.
Alright.
I hate you for that.
I feel like Pierce's attacks have like no startup frames. Like it's just like very easy to lock someone in with them, and you just like keep going. It's how you choose
If
like,
you've-
old PS2 games.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way I see it is that he's not hitting it with the cane; he's stabbing it downward onto whatever he can hit.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna spend a fate point to re-roll that. So here you go.
Because of your matter over mind.
Yes, I'm a matter over mind person, which means I just rolled a 3.
I hope we're not in super heavy combat for the rest of this session because the sheer amount of fate points used on.
Well, as long as you guys are normal, unassuming, very logical, and friendly people, I'm sure there won't be nothing to worry about.
Ha!
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. This actually will miss him. Not by much, but enough.
The werewolf has gotten better as the fight's gone on.
That's his secret. It's rapidly approaching perfect midnight, you know? Alright, who do you want next? Emily or the werewolf?
I'm gonna have to go with werewolf, so that way we don't have the werewolf. Wait.
Nope.
Say that again?
You don't want the werewolf to go twice in a row?
Yeah, that's sorry. I thought you said you want the werewolf to go twice in a row, and I'm like, wait, I didn't think that's how it went.
You're like, wait, hold on. All right.
Yeah, it spends a fate point to go again, you know?
He's gonna turn towards Emily and take a swing.
Of course he is. Bastard.
Roll me athletics or endurance. Or fists, I think. Yeah.
5.
Ooh. Well,
No!
you very perfectly managed to avoid his attack at the last moment.
Ha!
Like, perfectly.
Ha!
Alright, it's your turn. Let's see if that maniacal laughter does anything for you.
I'm gonna hit him again. That's a 5.
That's
5's my number.
good.
And I say, nice try, but this is how you hit someone.
Yeah, and you just kind of smack him in the jaw, like enough to like turn his head to the side real fast. You kind of hear it like pop in his neck from how hard you like hit it. And who do you want to go next?
I think I want to hit him again.
That sounds right. I think it's so fun to be at the end of the turn because you're just like, I want to hit this guy twice. Fuck this dude.
That's only a 3.
Will that be enough?
No.
No. But honestly, not by much.
Cool. I'm gonna pass it back to Pierce.
Alright, Pierce.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna see if I can jam my cane right where his that popping sound was coming from. That is another 3.
And he will quite well dodge that one, actually.
Ah.
And who's next?
Let's see. That was. Then I'm gonna say Forest.
Alright, Forrest. Yeah, you do.
All right.
You guys being able to be combat focused this time. Not focused, but combat capable.
Unlike last time where we all went social,
Yeah.
except for the like. No, Rose and Wombat were combat capable.
The thing is, I didn't do much damage. I was literally just there to create advantages, which does a lot of damage because everyone else does, except for only one person was doing the damage.
What I'm trying to say is you were a very good bullet sponge last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So I'm running low on ammo at this point. I imagine I only have like 1 or 2 shots left, so I'm gonna make sure to take a really nice aim at the werewolf's heart. That wasn't nice aim. That's a 2.
Yeah, that definitely will not hit. You're just like you just like line up the shot, and it just like turned wildly to the left on accident as you sneeze and fire into the bushes. And you're like, okay,
Great.
So next time will
Perfect.
be very good aim. All right, Wolfie's turn.
Yeah.
All right. Take another.
You gonna swing at me again? I mean, there's all these other people attacking him.
Yeah, but there's only 2 of them right up close to him.
I might be going after that cane. Looks like a tasty chew bone.
Actually,
Not even the wielder, just the cane. Just like,
he's actually going to attempt to disengage and escape, because he is not feeling very good at all. And I think he's starting to realize that this meal might not be worth it. There's like a taco
Too
on the
expensive.
street he could grab, and like that's, not great food, but it's better. Doesn't hurt as much.
Probably not.
So he will be running.
Should we chase after him?
We can't let this get to anyone else.
yeah. Let's
If you
pursue.
say so. Yeah, I guess we pursue on foot.
Alright, so everyone roll me athletics.
Oh no.
It's only a 2.
Oh, I got a 2.
0.
-1.
So 2, 0, -1. Bryce, what did you get?
2.
2? Alright. You are unable to catch up with him, it seems. He is fast.
Well, that's annoying.
Can't catch him with a 2?
No. No,
Okay,
he rolled very well.
so that was weird. We just fought a werewolf, right?
Seems like it.
You essentially, catch up a little near the river as you watch him jump over essentially the entire river onto the other bank and just keep going.
Amazing.
Isn't the other side of the river past that invisible barricade?
No. River goes north to south.
Oh.
And you guys were at the south end of the river, or south end of the map. So he basically went westward a bit, jumped over the river, and just was gone.
How fast does the river move?
Not particularly fast.
He
How
can
wide
jump
is the
over
river?
whole rivers, though.
How wide is the river?
I would say somewhere between 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Even if we swam across, it feels like he'd just
Be long
keep
gone.
escaping.
Good, I didn't bring my swimsuit anyway.
I don't know if I did or not.
It's a swimsuit.
All correct answers. So, what would you like to do now?
So we touched a magic invisible wall, right?
That's all I can think.
I mean, I don't know what else to call that.
And then we fought a werewolf.
Anyone hungry?
I am hungry. I'm hungry and tired.
I'm confused.
I'm confused. I'm Pierce.
Do you want to go get food? Let's just go to a bar or something and get some food.
Aren't we
Do we have
still
any money,
kind of
though?
wanted by the police?
I don't care. We fought a
So-
werewolf.
So don't go to the cop bar. I mean, how hard can it be?
Right, like the donut munchers, leave them alone. Go somewhere else.
Oh, okay. But we don't have any money.
I have some money.
You buying?
I have money.
What?
Yeah.
How do you guys have money?
I stole it.
Same.
Damn. I need to start getting on that game.
I'll leave that to you all.
So
Meanwhile,
yeah, Pierce and I can pay. We got it.
I've got 5 money.
So we're gonna start wandering around looking for a place to eat.
All right. So, wandering around a bit, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of places. But walking, like, I'm assuming you would basically walk towards, like, the center of the 2 main streets and start looking from there, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. That would be logical.
So, about where those streets connect, there's actually a small building, or I'd say moderately sized for a restaurant, that is labeled the Grinning Seraph Restaurant and Social Club.
I mean, this looks like as good a place as any.
Sure. I'm not picky.
Do you want to break open the door, or do you want to go in normally?
I carefully and politely open the door. After you.
I'll step inside.
I kind of motion the other 2.
What do I see as I go inside?
You see a fairly nice looking little restaurant. It's sort of the like middle ground where it's like not the fanciest place, but it is nice enough to attract some.
Is that Olive Garden?
I'd say a little nicer than that, but not by much.
Okay.
But like it makes an effort to like okay. It's like Olive Garden, except for there aren't a bunch of restaurants everywhere that you can go to instead, right? So like in the absence of everything else, Olive Garden's actually kind of nice.
I just realized we're walking in with some of us, bleeding a bit, and then one of us being a freaking Two-Face over here.
It doesn't matter. Do we seat ourselves, or do we wait to be seated?
You are like they have tables for you to seat yourself in this area if you would like.
Okay, we're gonna take a table over in the corner somewhere, a dark corner.
All right, so you go to your darkest corner that you can find, so you can give quests to whatever people walk in next. Smoking a pipe or whatever it is you guys do. But you sit down, sort of nursing your wounds a little, I'm sure, as a waiter comes over, takes sort of a look at you, and very politely is just like, "Hello, what can I get for you all today?" It seems this isn't the first time he's seen something like this.
Yeah, I want a big, juicy steak. Just the reddest meat you have.
Excellent.
You have chicken tenders.
Excuse me while I Google when were chicken tenders
Invented.
I mean, if it's depends on like when you count them coming out of Scotland, because I know the Scots were ready to fry chicken.
Oh yeah, fried chicken has been a thing for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It just wasn't seasoned in Scotland.
Oh yeah, no, it was unseasoned fried chicken.
No, it was seasoned back then. Oh, the medieval times had fried chicken.
You know what? I'm seeing that some recipe books in like the 1890s have had a chicken finger sandwich, so we'll say it's good. Love the things that we learn on this horrible show.
Right?
Educational.
Say absolutely, sir. 6-piece or 4-piece?
Fries or tots?
6-piece. Can I have it with the honey mustard?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh.
When was honey mustard?
Shut the fuck up!
Fine,
Unless you
can I
got
get
that
some?
Polynesian sauce.
Oh goodness.
What
Steak
was
sounds good. And do you have any kind of ale?
He looks around just like, of course we do not, ma'am. This is a upstanding, law-abiding establishment.
Of course. My apologies. Steak
So
sounds
do you serve
amazing.
liquor?
No, that's illegal.
He looks a little relieved as you say that.
Dinner on the chicken tenders.
So 2 people are like, I wanted the biggest steak you have, and 2 people are like, can I have the Happy Meal?
Right.
There are the stressed parents.
The stressed parents are the ones causing all the trouble, and the children are the ones like trying to be polite. Which, to be fair, I have met the children who are embarrassed about their parents at the stores I've worked at.
While we're doing this, can I roll alertness to see if I notice anything around the room?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess.
I'd like to do it on that because, yeah.
Yeah. I guess intimidation or investigation.
Yeah, that was
And
a 1.
alertness would give me a 0.
I'm rolling investigation, and I got a 1.
I got a -2 for either because I don't have either.
Is there anything like anyone's like looking for specifically?
I'm just trying to see if like anybody is making note of our appearance or just like anything like obviously dangerous happening.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye out for danger.
As far as any of you can tell, they seem to be largely ignoring your appearance. It seems that this is either common enough or just like not important enough for them to really care about. Tom, you'll notice occasional like glances from some of the staff, but that's about it. Okay. They haven't like, reacted a little weirdly or anything. They've just like, it's sort of the look where they're like, oh, I should be careful around that person.
Careful around the guy who's missing half of his face.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy who just got his piercing rearranged.
Right.
Itches. Very itchy.
Oh, do our consequences go away?
Mild consequences, yeah. Or minor.
And also, as far as ammunition goes, like most of us only had like a small amount of ammunition. How does that work?
I would say go ahead and like swap it to like a very small amount.
I didn't
like you have a couple of shots left.
I didn't take any consequences, but are my stress boxes cleared?
They will by the end of the scene, I'll say.
Okay.
This would be enough time to rest, but as long as like you are able to get the chance and you don't get into a fight somehow.
Okay. And I didn't use any of my ammo, so I still have a small amount.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to ask Pierce. Yeah. You think I can reload my gun with your ammo?
Sure, I'm
Maybe
using
not
the
quite
cane.
here, but yes.
I mean, I'm going to do it under the table.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't pull weapons out in a restaurant.
I'm doing it under the table.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this.
You say I'm doing it under the table, and I'm just like, dude, do not tell us about your personal life that way.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say either they're gonna think you have a gun, or they're gonna think you're doing something that may be illegal in this establishment. Maybe do it in the back alley instead.
My sleight of hand was a 1.
So they might know.
But if Pierce isn't giving you the ammo in the first place, you can't do it.
Right.
That is true. I'm not giving you the ammo. You can have it later.
All right.
If you've been good.
So we've ordered our food and we're sitting in the establishment now.
I'll look at Emily and quietly go, if you're not using it, I might need to borrow some of yours as well. I'm not exactly good with my hands.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, not here.
Of course not.
So has the waiter like left with our order and we're just sitting here now?
Yeah, I mean like they'll bring it back fairly quickly. There's not a whole lot of people here at this time of night.
In fact, Anna, honestly, if you want to like just dual wield, that's fine with me.
I'm not a very good shot even with one.
I'm going to tear into my bloody steak.
Just like shoving it in your mouth without cutting it.
Yeah, I picked it up with my hands and I'm just biting whole chunks off of it.
Man.
What happened to playing normal characters?
Like,
I was gonna say.
I look at him and I just say, if he turns into a werewolf, I'm hitting him with my cane again.
I'm sorry.
I love that and say, I'll hold him down for you to do it.
I'm a little delirious with hunger. I'm sorry.
yeah. We should just like.
Okay, that is the most werewolf thing I could hear you say right now.
Yeah, I just need to clip this scene just for like future reference, just in case.
Listen, I wasn't the one who was swiped by the werewolf.
Not the worst thing to
Pierce.
happen to my face.
I'm just saying, if anyone's gonna turn.
Yeah,
listen.
so about that, why the piercing?
I'll let you know when I remember it, but I think at this point I should be called Scrape.
That wasn't funny.
It was a little funny.
Somebody snickered.
That was Rose.
Werewolf.
Honest sense of humor is not the best.
Werewolf thing I could hear you say right now. I'll let you know when I remember. Werewolf. I'm gonna
Yeah,
you say right now.
I
On
eat
a
my
happy
steak like a
face, I guess.
civilized person.
Once they call me out on it, I'll revert to eating my steak like a normal person as well.
I'll hold him down for you to do it.
I'm a
Someone
little
put some dope
delirious
chicken
with
tenders in
hunger.
front of me, so I'm just gonna
If he turns into a
politely
werewolf,
eat them.
I'm gonna say.
yeah, I taste it and say, huh, I realize I don't like honey mustard. Anyone want this?
Right now, I don't remember what I like, but this is the best food I remember ever having.
Yeah, it's
So-
the same.
What do we do now?
Great question.
Because again, we touched a magic invisible wall and we fought a werewolf.
Trying not to think about that right now.
I mean, one of us could bite the bullet and ask around about werewolves. You'd have to be not afraid of sounding like an idiot in front of other people, but you know.
I
think
wonder,
someone
I
here
cannot
will probably
imagine anyone in this group qualified for that.
before we jump to making ourselves look like issues in the public eye, weren't we told about a certain individual or certain individuals? People we should be looking into?
Yeah, there's the politician.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Halifax.
Perhaps they would be a better start. The werewolf is a problem, yes. But one thing at a time.
What if Halifax is the werewolf?
It's the werewolf.
Very convenient at that point.
Can I flag the waiter down to come back over?
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna say, so I imagine you're here pretty late, pretty regularly, right? Do you hear anything about what goes on in the city?
I've heard a few things, I'm sure. I can't talk about much of it, of course.
Oh, are you not allowed to?
He kind of like looks around a bit. It's just like much business happens here that we are not at liberty to speak of.
Oh, I see. I actually don't see. I don't know what you mean.
Well, I shan't say more then. Is there anything else I can get each of you?
The check.
Of course. Is this all together or separate?
It would be all together.
Excellent. I love when fantasy games happen to have that like extra moment of realism where you're just like, yeah, I guess we will have to talk about this, huh?
Right.
So he brings you back your check. It's a bit pricey, but you're able to like with the money you guys have, you're able to scrape together like just what you need, but like not enough for a tip also.
Damn.
Aww.
You're tipping him
Oops.
the equivalent. Like if you say leave the change, you're tipping an equivalent of like 14 cents. Like it's like that level of like you barely got there.
Here, I'll leave him a marble on the table.
Let's just skedaddle with the money on the table.
Is it one of your jammers, or is it? I don't remember what kind of marbles there are.
It's just a normal bag of marbles.
Yeah, there are types of marbles.
I don't think it's the stuff to play a game of marbles. I think it's just...
It's just marbles.
Yeah.
Like...
But I like the idea that you have the old-fashioned equivalent of pogs in your like inventory.
Right.
So, I'm assuming after you do that, you beat a hasty retreat so that you don't have to watch him realize the tip you've given.
Right. We are gone. We fly. We fly away.
Where do you guys go?
I think our best bet is to just go back to the hotel, right?
Probably.
I mean, it means we might run into the information broker, and I mean, let's be honest. If anyone knows that there's a werewolf in town, it might be them.
Do we know
I
how many
guess.
days out that room was paid for? Because we just spent all our money.
We don't know, but what else
That's a
are we gonna
problem.
do?
That's a problem for tomorrow, Pierce.
Right. So we're gonna head back to the hotel.
All right. You get back to the hotel with with no issue. It's honestly like a couple buildings down from where you guys currently are. Don't find anyone on the way that tries to stop you anymore. You are able to get to the room again with no issue. You have the key, so you get in. It is a fairly small room still, but you know, you can find a room with some blankets to just find a place to sleep if you need to. It's just a little cramped.
I'm gonna sit down on the bed. I'm gonna ask Pierce for the ammo so I can reload my gun now.
Now I'll let you
And
reload
same
the
to
gun.
Emily.
Mm-hmm. Yep, here you go.
That way we are ready for the next scene.
So now I guess I have a very small amount of ammo and a small amount of ammo.
And I guess I have a very small amount of ammo.
Oh, are you giving me all of it or some of it?
Yeah, I'll just give you all of it. But do you want the pistol too? Because I don't really need an empty pistol.
I kind of have a pistol.
I'll take it.
Okay, here.
Sure.
You never know when an extra pistol in your socks could help.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I was thinking, is they could load both.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that's a good point.
I don't know if I would load one and then put it in my socks.
Yes.
You get
You
it.
put a
Have you
safety
met
on.
my companions, Dominic? Have you met the people I am traveling with?
Hey, honestly, one sane person in this freaking room.
And once I've got my gun loaded, I'm also going to sit by the window so that I can keep a lookout outside. Can I roll alertness to check outside?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a horrible roll. That's like a 0.
You don't see a whole lot outside, honestly. It's still pretty foggy, so it's hard to see past like the street immediately outside. But no one important looking walks past. Occasionally you'll see a group of people like go through quickly, but it seems everyone's avoiding the outside at this time of night, considering the potential for werewolf attacks that has apparently been rampant.
Okay.
And surely they probably heard gunshots, so that probably doesn't help.
Well, that was on the south side.
Yeah, that's a bad part of town.
I've heard the south side is the baddest part of town.
Well, it's actually called the downside, so...
I appreciate the Jim Croce reference.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad somebody got that.
So you guys going to bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we set up watches, or do you think we're safe?
I mean, I can hold first watch.
Wake me up when you're ready to sleep. And I go to sleep.
I'll take whichever one, I don't care.
Well, thankfully, the night passes by without much need for it either way. nothing particularly interesting happens, and even watching outside, the most exciting thing you'll see is the sun rising.
Nice.
Okay.
And it is morning. I can flip this over. It says day now.
So we wake up in the morning.
It was all a dream, and then I roll over and hit the side of my face that's scarred, and I go, ah!
I like the implication that it's already scarred. I think it's like scabbed. I don't think it's had
Yeah.
too much
Right.
scar.
It's gonna look real gross right now.
Yeah, I got this.
It's gonna be real wet and sticky.
Like, I think at this point you'd be known as, like, the Phantom of the Speakeasy.
I need to get a mask then.
Yes, we do. We need to get you a
You need
mask.
to get half of a mask.
Yes.
Exactly.
I
Is
don't
there
know.
a phone book or anything in the room?
You do not see one.
That's annoying.
So what do we do today? Do we go back to the Union or?
Well, we kind of
Gotta
need to
go-
go talk to a politician or someone, don't we?
I say go
Oh,
to the
right. We had
politician.
2 people to meet, didn't we?
Yeah, he had warned or mentioned that he had 2 suspected moles in the organization. One being Mr. Call, someone who is on call essentially for problems of a delicate nature, I believe is how he worded it. The other is the politician Barney Chuck, who
Right.
is, I believe he said, is very motivated by money and could easily have been turned against them.
So I suggest we split up, and 2 of us go meet up with Chuck, and 2 of us go search for was it Paul? Call.
Wait, so one's a politician who is easily turned by money, and the other is who?
He's essentially a businessman who takes care of issues of a delicate nature.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I vote to be on that team.
I'm also going to go over there. I feel like I can deal with him pretty well.
Well, I guess at least the other 2 of us handle the politician.
Oh boy, a position that requires tact and a deft hand.
Oh gosh.
Yep. So are we good?
No, but let's do this, I guess.
All right. So Emily and Forrest are gonna go.
All right,
well-
instantly splitting the party, I see.
Yeah. Well,
I
he
don't-
said they were both available during like the same times of day. So
Yeah, but you don't have to talk for the whole day.
I just mean like if we don't try to meet up with them simultaneously, we might miss one of them.
Or talk to them tomorrow? He
No.
didn't put a deadline on this.
We got attacked by a werewolf our first day being aware. There might not be a tomorrow.
Aware of the werewolf?
I mean, he was a werewolf of you, for sure. That was a good joke, guys.
Oof.
So funny.
Everyone, pack it up.
Is he a self-aware wolf?
The joke of the stream.
So yeah, Forrest and Emily go off to see Mr. Call, and Anna and Pierce go off to see Chuck,
Excellent.
I guess.
Do you know where Mr. Call can be found? Because Barney's a little more obvious. As a politician, you'll easily find him at City Hall, or at least you'll know that that's where he's mainly at.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall correctly, they said that Call was somewhere in the downsides.
I believe they said the Slims is usually where he's often found.
Oh, my bad. I got them confused.
I believe so, but it's been a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so my idea is just to go over to the Slims and ask around.
Makes sense.
I can't imagine he's an unknown figure, so...
But what if
Okay.
he is?
So we will start with that then. So this is just Emily and Forrest, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, with you guys, you'll easily be able to get to the Slims. It's just a walk up Merchant's Gate and it is a very busy and robust section of town. There's like a large outdoor market that you can find. It's just like a whole lot of buildings for essentially like lower class housing and a lot of business buildings or like office buildings. Basically, this is just where like every business that you find also has housing on top of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a costume shop?
I don't know if there's
Please let there be one.
costumes shop, but you might be able to find like a clothing shop.
I'm looking for a mask that can be turned into a half mask.
This is the 20s, so I'm sure you can find a mask at regular clothing shops.
Cool.
Picking one up for Pierce for later.
Well, I'm not as tested in the art of picking things up as you seem to be. Thank you again for dinner last night, by the way.
It was good.
I see.
But I thought maybe we might be able to help him out.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll go into the into a nearby clothing store and see if I can't sleight of hand a mask up into my jacket or something.
Will there be any distractions or anything?
I was about to say I would like to create an advantage. I'm just trying to figure out my best way of doing so.
Well, you could use rapport, because that's very useful for good first impressions and the like, to sort of just like talk to the front desk person. There's also like deceit would be very useful, because you could just like not make a scene, but like distract them with whatever lies that you come in to return something that you definitely bought here.
I think rapport might be something that I'll use to try and distract them with. Or maybe not.
I mean, it is just a random person, not a werewolf, so it's possible that your roll can still be good.
I was thinking about taking it as a skill, but even with a +2, that's shitty roll. Yeah, it's a -2.
And I rolled a 4 on my sleight of hand.
Also, I will say, although taking it as a skill will still make it low, it also means you would have it as a skill, though, for future. So, because time is definitely running out for picking your final skills.
Yeah, I was planning on picking up another skill during the call stuff.
It's a -1.
Okay, perfect. Also, don't forget about stunts. If you guys would, I guess, like, you probably should get one by the end, at the very least.
And we don't have as many fate points.
No, the first stunt is free. The second stunt is the one that will cost. The first one will not, doesn't lower your refresh at all.
So, I got a -1 for rapport.
And I got a 4 on sleight of hand.
I'm assuming you would like to make that a 6 with this aspect that the shopkeeper got for rolling very badly.
Oh, sure. Is it free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely does not notice, because he is a sucker for very pretty ladies who walk in and ask about things. Picked a good person to go to, it seems.
Excellent.
As you leave, you're just like, he gave me his number. I don't know his name.
Wait, so do I have the phone number of a random clothing store shopkeeper in the Flint?
And there's like no cell phones.
I mean,
It's okay, there's a phone in our hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, there's like a home phone. He just gave you his home phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I do ask when he gives it, if it's his business or personal number.
He's like, well, I live right above it, so I mean, it's basically the same.
Okay, that's fair. Nice commute.
Oh yeah, it's great. You should come see it. It looks real nice up there.
Maybe another time. Thank you for your help.
Of course, you have a great one, beautiful.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both of us like don't like it.
Once we get outside, I say, having a good time over there?
Don't ask. Did you get it?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Like, it's like stealing candy from a literal baby.
I hope Pierce likes it. So anyways.
So Call is a like businessman type with like shady dealings, right?
That's the vibe that you were getting, yes.
I'm going to look for a shady but not like downtrodden like kind of bar area in the area.
I mean, you'll certainly find like, okay, your best bet will probably end up being Sawbone Market, which is that like open market I mentioned, because it's
okay.
It's certainly like just looking at it, it's not too difficult to tell that there's probably stuff that goes down in here.
All right, then we're gonna head into the market then.
All right.
And I want to go a little bit in. I don't want to just hang around the outskirts. I want to go kind of deep into it before I start talking to people. What kind of businesses would I see once I get kind of deep into the market?
You can find like a lot of things around here. It's gonna be like towards the entrance is a lot more like fresh fruits and things like that. But the further in you go, there's much more like, I guess, like interesting things. It'd be like odds and ends, maybe some like clocks, like some like not expensive stuff, but stuff that like
Curios.
Yeah, curios is a good term for it.
All right. I'm gonna go up to one of these store owners, and how do I want to do this? I'm going to go up to one of these store owners, and I'm just gonna say, so how do you open up one of these stalls? You know, I've got a buddy who's trying to get into the business, and he doesn't really know how to do it. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of you know,
I love that, like,
a little bit of research on how to.
The most normal question you've decided to ask is like walking into a pawn shop and being like, "So how do you guys open a pawn shop?"
Right.
What?
Right. Like my friend is trying to open up a business, and I'm trying to see what he might need to do, you know, especially around here.
So roll me deceit.
Can I take deceit as a skill?
You may.
I'm going to take deceit skill. I guess I'll just do a +1. That is a 2.
He'll sort of like be taken aback for a second. It's just like, oh well, you just go through the city, fill out a couple forms. It's not too bad.
Yeah, but it's just
okay, that's cool. I look around at what he has there.
I'm trying to think of what to say while also trying to think of an aspect and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of an aspect as well, and it's
always the harder part. They're fun, but like
It's usually the easier part for me because I like to come up with just like
Yeah.
short little summary things, whereas a whole memory is just like.
It's also like,
Sometimes,
it's easier when you're not actively also trying to play.
Mhm.
and sometimes
Yeah.
it's easy for me to find an aspect like immediately, but then my fourth one is like, how the fuck do I like word this and stuff? It took me a while.
So my friend, he doesn't have the ability necessarily to go through City Hall. You know what I mean? So if he needed to do things a little bit differently, do you have any idea how he might do that?
He'll sort of look around and be like, I see what you mean. I can't say that I know too much about that. Of course, I'm doing my best to run my business, and, ends haven't been met so well lately. So unless there's something you could do about that, I don't know if there's much I could say.
Oh,
Bro, I would say the main pieces or main things that he sells, I guess, is like some curios, but also includes like some like gold or not golden, like glass, like small glass sculptures and like small art pieces and things like that.
Okay.
I understand what you mean. Give me a few minutes and I'll be back. And I'm gonna go back out into the market.
No, I know what you're gonna do.
And I'm going to start pickpocketing people. That is a 4 for sleight of hand as I pickpocket people around the market.
So you're just looking for like random people or like
do you want help with
finding
this?
a
Because
mark?
like I can just start chatting up people.
I mean, I'm looking for marks who might have money. I'm not looking for just like
I'll
I'm
do
not
the
looking
whole
for
like,
bums on the street.
oops, bumped into someone. I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy. Smiling up at them.
Okay, roll me rapport then.
Cool.
Let's see if we can't get some more distractions happening.
Ha! That is a 3.
Ooh, very good.
You know, maybe we just shouldn't solve the mystery. Maybe we should just make this a full-time gig.
Yeah,
Right.
You should just spend your time trying to like get a lot of money and then get thrown in jail for stealing and murdering.
We haven't murdered anyone yet.
That you know of. You don't know.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe that's the twist of the second campaign. Maybe it is that you murdered them.
It's not that one of you is
Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
Really?
So, do you want to go ahead and use the distracted aspect?
Yes.
Okay. So, doing so, you'll net like I'd put it down as like a moderate sum of cash. Like it is, fairly good. Enough, like certainly more than enough for a bribe.
Right.
And like even people that are on the lookout for pickpockets in this kind of place were fairly easy game with the two of you together.
With that moderate amount of cash in my pocket, I'm gonna head on back to the store owner I was talking up before.
All right, I'm just like, well, you returned.
And I'm gonna put my hand down on the counter in front of him, with the money underneath, and I'm gonna say, "Will this get me what I'm looking for?" And kind of raise up my hand a little bit.
And he just kind of like, without turning away, glances downward for a moment, and you can see his eyes like almost like estimating it in just a second. He's like, I think I've actually heard of some people who can help you get a booth open, and like puts his hand down to grab to like grab it as he talks. It's like there's a certain gentleman by the name of Call that I think could help you with it.
Oh, do you know where I might be able to meet with him?
Usually by this time of day, he's having some meetings down in the middle of town. You might be able to find him there. I think, the Smirking Angel, something like that.
Okay, yeah. I think I know the place you're talking about.
It's like, excellent, and just kind of grabs the money then and like sets it in his pocket.
Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Excellent doing business with you.
And I guess I'll leave with Emily.
Yeah, I guess we go. So do you actually have any clue where the Smirking Angel is?
I'm pretty sure he got the name of it wrong, right? What was the name of the place we ate at the last night?
Night before you ate at the Grinning Seraph.
Yeah, like
Yep.
yeah.
It certainly sounded like he knew the feel of the name, but just couldn't remember it offhand. Doesn't seem like he gets down to a nicer area like that often.
Right, and I remembered enough of the name of the restaurant to get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's our destination.
There? Yeah, let's go back.
All right. So you want to go there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk in. It's a different crew than was working the night before, thankfully. It'd be a bad double shift to have. And one of the waiters comes up to you and is just, "Greetings. Are you here for one of the tables or one of our special booths?" Or I'm sorry, private booths is what he'd say.
I'm here for a private booth. Yeah.
We have a have we seen a picture of Mr. Call?
You have not, no.
Okay.
So you say anything else, or just go to a private booth?
Well, we're trying to we're having a meeting with Mr. Call.
Right this way. And kind of starts walking off. He's like, he's been expecting you.
Okay.
I follow.
Yeah, follow him.
All right. So he'll bring you to one of the like side hallways and wave his hand down, and it's just like, it'll be 5th door on the right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. He'll sort of walk
I'll head
once he's given you his instructions to go, help out at the front.
I go to the door. I'm like, you ready for this?
I was born ready.
I politely open the door for my friend.
You politely open the door, and the sight that you are greeted with is that of a certainly dead man, slumped over the table that he ate at, with like blood all down his back, like soaked into his clothing.
Can I roll alertness to see if there's any immediate danger to us?
Yes.
It's a shitty roll again. 1.
You do not see anyone or anything in this room that could pose a threat to you.
Okay, I'm going to motion Emily to follow me in and close the door behind us.
Smart.
I do so. Does it lock?
It doesn't. Yeah, actually, there would be like a lock on it, essentially. Or
I'll quietly lock it as well.
Okay, so...
And then I look for like a window or something for getting out of here.
There are no windows in the room, but it is not too surprising considering this would be a place for private business deals that you don't want to be seen or heard.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
However, that also gives you enough, confidence that likely no one will see or hear you here right now.
Right.
Shouldn't we immediately get help and tell them we found it so they don't think we did it?
Just a couple minutes. Okay. So this is probably Call, right? This has to be him.
I don't know. I thought he did this to other people. That was kind of the impression I got from his description. Maybe this is who he was meeting with. Maybe Call's long gone.
No, because they seem to be expecting someone to meet with him. So if they were thinking we were the person meeting with him, they wouldn't. This has to be Call. So someone got here before us?
Maybe.
Can I try and like investigate his body a bit to see like what killed him?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me investigation or science.
Whichever one it is, it's a 1.
You definitely suspect a knife wound in the back of his neck, essentially. It is still fairly fresh.
Isn't that how the other guy was killed?
Yeah, I think so. Can I check his pockets for any like ID or wallets?
Yes, you may. I thought you were just about to steal his wallet.
No, I'm trying to see if I can confirm this is Call.
Just the idea of you stealing money at a market to track this guy down, you find him like, oh shit, how much money does he have?
Okay, so that's also a 1 on like investigation.
You're able to like go through his pockets fairly well and find a wallet, and it has an ID, and it is Mr. Call.
Okay. So 100% someone got here before us.
Yeah, and if we don't report this body we found, it's really gonna look like we did it.
Sure, but... Okay.
But what, the police are already after us for another body we didn't make?
We don't report this. We walk out of here as though we had our meeting with Call, and we leave. I mean, the police are searching for us. If we report this, we're going to have to stand around. We're going to have to wait for the police, and then they're going to recognize us and arrest us again.
You did escape from prison. Yes.
Right.
I know. I just wish there was a way to, like, lock it from the outside so we could say we tried to go in to meet him, but it was locked, and so we left.
Are there any chairs in the room?
Oh yeah, there's a table set up for like 4 people.
Okay, so what if we did this? What if we drag this table over here? And as we leave, we pull the table close. And we say that the door was jammed and we couldn't get in.
Sure.
Okay, that's the plan.
Do I need to do a mic check to move a table?
Yeah, I guess roll me one to see how quietly you're able to do it.
A 3.
Okay, yeah. You're able to move it over there pretty quickly and pretty easily, without drawing a ton of attention to yourself.
Yeah, and I start to leave the hallway.
Yep.
Just out through the front?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go out to the front, the staff just nods at you and like continues what they're doing.
Okay. So we don't even have to confront them. Okay, we leave.
Yep.
All right, and you leave. Where do you
Casually.
want to go now?
I think we should just meet up with our companions and tell them what we found.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Where are you planning to meet them?
Well, they were going off to City Hall, right, to meet with Chuck. So that should be our destination.
Makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
So, now that that's done, we're going to jump to Anna and Pierce. So you're headed to City Hall, fairly close by, just around the corner, really. what are you doing? Like, how are you trying to, like, are you gonna, like, ask around about him first, or are you just trying to, like, go to his office, or, like, find out where he is immediately?
I figure we can ask the front desk and say that, or I say we, but Tom, given that you're good with your words, can
Yes,
say that we're
I am empathetic. Yes,
and deceitful.
and deceitful.
We'll let
Yes,
you have both of those, honestly.
I mean that's. Hey, I was going to say that's just called customer service.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I was going to say we could say that we had an appointment set up with him, or that we just need to see him in general. Something kind of like slide on in and get someone to like show us the way.
Alrighty, yeah, I can do that. When it comes to talking with him, I am going to probably be best at being the muscle, just because I don't want to screw things up. But I will help do empathy or deceit as needed for dealing with the big guy himself. But I don't want to I'm going to let you take point on this, so we don't have a repeat of everything over at the club or the union earlier.
I'm a bookworm. I'm not very good with people, but I'll try.
Yes, but if it's someone who looks stern with missing half of his face walks up to him, I think he's probably going to be more open to talking to you than a guy who looks like he lost a fight with a werewolf.
Just a very bad accident at work. You work construction. Unfortunately, something went terribly wrong. You're lucky to be alive, just pretty scarred up.
Yep, that's excellent. Yes. Alrighty. And what is our goal of getting information from him? Do we want to know about the union? Do we want to know if he's a spy for the in the union? Who would be a spy for? All that sort of thing.
I think so. That's about what I'm getting. And I'm curious if he knows anything about I.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll pull out the piece of paper and kind of like nudge to the bottom where it says "Find I."
Yeah, I'll just tell him that I was referred to talk to someone named I, but unfortunately I don't know who that is. Does he know who it is? And we can go from there. Alrighty, let's get deceitful.
All right, with a plan formed.
Dorks.
All right, with the plan fresh in your mind, you walk to the front desk. You said.
Yes.
All right. The receptionist turns up to you and is just like, "What can I do for you today?"
Hi, I had to have a little meeting with Chuck. Is he in today?
It's like, Chuck, yeah, he should be. Give me just one moment. And she kind of like leafs through a couple, some like schedule stuff. Like, it seems he is out on. I guess I'd say he will be having a meeting for the next 10 minutes, I believe, and then I'll be able to show you back to him.
Okay.
I was about to say he's out on lunch, and I was like, this is the beginning of the day. 9:45, time to eat.
So,
I mean, if you've been up since 4, it kind of is.
Actually, yeah, she'll say he's like out on lunch. He probably just takes 5 lunches a day.
Like a politician do.
Yeah, I'm corporate.
Right, their entire day is just taking lunches.
Yeah, I was gonna say lunch is just to have a conversation with the lobbyist. That was not out loud in character.
Yeah.
I say, oh, thank you. I had to ask him because someone referred me to someone who I couldn't find, and so they said, oh, the next person, if you can't find them, is Chuck. How long has he been in this position? Like, how long has he been working on this?
It's been, I believe, 5-10 years or so.
Man, so he must really have people must like him in his job. Like, do you know any of, like, is there any pet programs or something that he's been working on or that he's accomplished? That'd be just, I'd love to know more about what he's been doing.
Well, I know people like him because of the way he talks. very smooth. They don't call him Suede for nothing. Aside from that, I try not to keep a head for a lot of the goings-on of this place. I get enough politics just from being here. I don't really care to memorize it for later either.
Completely understand. I was just curious with everything because sometimes these guys they're a bit, I don't want to say intimidating, but it's when someone's like really busy, all that sort of thing. Yeah, how did you get started in this? How did you deal with all the politicians all these days?
Oh, just kind of fell into the job, I guess. Didn't really have a whole lot of choices. This one opened up for me, and now I've been here for 20 years.
Oh, so you know when he started?
Yeah, I mean I don't remember all that much, but yeah, I was here.
Well, was he always with the union, or did he just recently join, or is he like a leader in the union? I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about it.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about his connections with the union or any of the other places, but I'm sure he'd be glad to talk about it. He certainly does like to talk.
Yeah.
She looks like
oh yeah,
I
don't want to
accident.
I just didn't want to make some sort of social faux pas or something about the union. So if he likes talking about it, that's excellent. I can use that as a conversation starter.
Do you just want to basically chat her up a bit for a couple minutes?
I was just trying to see if there was anything I could find out about the guy that was pertinent or something like that would give me an edge in conversation with him. If the receptionist is someone who keeps their nose out of things, then I'd like to. Well, first off, is there anything you would like to do first?
No. I was going to ask, in regards to trying to chat her up to get a benefit with him, can you try to set up an advantage for use later with him?
Yes.
Like here?
Yeah. I'd like to roll empathy and just see if there's something I can see with how this person reacts and thinks about him, to see if I can get an idea of how best to approach him.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll that for me then.
Alrighty, that's a 1 on empathy.
From that, it's still able to tell that she clearly tries not to care that much about the real goings on about it. A lot, partially because, like she said, she sees a lot of politics and doesn't want to care, but also likely that she understands that a lot of the politics aren't necessarily played straight. And the less she sees and knows, the better. But it's also something she's done long enough that she just doesn't. She's been a receptionist for 20 years. It's like customer service. You do it enough, you just don't care about anything that's happening.
Yeah, you have experience with that sort of thing, and it just kind of is, it becomes second nature to you at a certain point. Okay. And I think that's primarily I guess that's the best thing. Unless is there anything in this room that I could find that's like a brochure, newspaper, anything like that I could take?
Yeah, I'd say you could probably find a newspaper.
Yeah, I'll grab the newspaper and kind of try to look as inconspicuous as I can. I will judiciously angle the newspaper so that way people don't just approach me seeing my scab face.
Yeah.
I can be a little bit more low profile now with that.
Yeah. And as far as you can tell, everything's a 20, so you're the 47th person in the room with a newspaper that they're looking at. So,
yeah.
Pretty easy to blend in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll actually see an article about Barney in it.
Oh, excellent.
Not particularly anything interesting about it. It's just a little piece talking about his contributions to the city. Most of which just seem very basic bills that he's passed. Small safety things or things like that. inconsequential things that
Okay.
like it's just a lot of them. But like none of them are particularly important. So the fact that like he's gotten a piece about him either means people seem to care a lot or he commissioned it.
I was going to say, he sounds like a bureaucrat who wants to get into a bigger position.
Very likely. You also find a picture of him.
Oh, excellent.
There he is on the left side.
Left side. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that guy looks like a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like Warren G. Harding.
I was going to say he looks like a younger version of the Judge from Nothing But Trouble, but yeah, that works too. No one knows about that movie. Yeah, he sounds like a bureaucrat who's trying to move up in the world. Okie dokie.
basically.
Yeah, I think there's not much else I can do before I wait to see Mr. Chuck.
And it won't take long before she calls you over and she's just like, all right, his lunch should be done by now, I'm sure. She'll just like give you some instructions, just like go up on the second floor, down like the third hallway. It'll be the fourth door on the right.
Alrighty. Let's head on up and go up. Do we see any open offices or conspicuous areas that we can peek into while on our way?
There are some, but it's a fairly busy point in the morning, so it'd be hard to get into without like 4 people watching.
Okay, maybe that's something we can think about on the way out then.
If we need to.
I'm good walking over just to the guy,
Same.
knock on his door.
Bad news, well, bad. It is not actually. Who did you say?
Warren Harding.
Yeah, it is not Warren Harding, but it is William Jennings Byron, who is one of the vice presidents, apparently.
Oh my
okay.
God, that's literally. I did not realize that was William Jennings Bryan.
Listen, a lot of these people you'll see are like actual humans, obviously, but like generally somewhat famous people that I found pictures of. Are you just gonna like knock on the door?
Yeah.
There is no response.
Oh, good. This is gonna be a nice thing.
I'll gently try the door to see if it's was left unlocked.
It is actually unlocked.
I'll just open it a little bit and go,
Bummer.
Mr. Chuck? Just like try to call him over, or like call for his attention.
Have you opened enough to like look through, or are you just?
No, just enough to speak for now.
You hear a clatter, like someone knocks something over.
At that, I will throw the door open.
Throwing the door open, you see a very large man, one that like Pierce you would recognize from the newspaper as Barney Chuck. He is slumped over his desk with a knife sticking out of his back.
No.
I will scream.
Hold on. As a hooded figure with their hand on the knife, like looking to, like sort of like glancing up at you and just be like, devil's ass, it's them, and turns and runs to the window.
Like I said, I'm going to scream like I just saw a dead body, because that also helps give us cover that obviously I couldn't have done it.
Yeah, we have an alibi.
Yeah,
I'm going to yell after him.
Stab
And
someone
just
then scream.
I'm going to yell after him. He's getting away just as loud as I can and just charge the hooded figure.
All right. Well, the hooded figure jumps out the window.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right. So we're gonna start a challenge then. This will start with either a soft landing of your own making or bracing yourself for the fall. So roll me athletics or endurance. Rose, are you following as well?
I'm actually going to stay back and play damage control with, the populace.
Okay, you want to do that after escaping from prison yesterday? And
Maybe not actually. Yeah, no, I should probably. Yeah.
Politician.
Yeah, let's Let's chase. Before I chase, can I see is the knife still in the man?
Oh, the attacker grabbed it and like yanked it out and started running, or the hooded figure technically.
So I can't see if it's the same dagger.
Well, roll me alertness, I guess, or yeah, roll me alertness.
That's a -2.
Yeah, you really don't get a look at the dagger at all.
Can I get new dice or something?
Right.
Me too. I think
These
we all
dice
do.
are rigged.
There you go.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll.
Did you buy them?
I rolled a 1 to have a decent landing to because neither of those skills you've mentioned are skills I have.
Yep.
So I rolled to just have a safe landing, so I can keep chasing the guy.
Would you like to like use a fate point at all for it?
Yeah, I guess because this is something it is a
Important.
Well, I was going to say it's something that involves me doing something rather than me having to negotiate something socially.
True.
So
This is a matter over mind kind of thing when you're taking a like heavy landing on the ground.
yeah, so I take a 4.
Yeah. You guys hit the ground like fine, because again, this will be done as a challenge, so it's sort of like done all together, like one rolls for the whole party.
Okay.
And you just like you'll need to succeed at least, or you need to not fail at least half of the things in the group. So that's Pierce. There we go.
Yeah.
So, as Emily and Forrest are like walking towards City Hall, you guys see a like hooded figure like jump out a window, hit the ground, and start running. Sort of like the way you guys are walking up, they kind of cross the street and run back up towards the Slims, where you guys had gone originally. This is like right after you left the Grinning Seraph. And a moment later, you see Pierce and Anna both crash out the window and land on the ground and start taking off running after them.
Ooh, I'm gonna join the chase.
I assumed so.
Fucking hell.
All right.
Is that athletics?
So the next thing will be either dodging some passersby or attempting to like use some rooftop to like get through like the heavy crowd that is forming outside of City Hall, or like that sort of like main area, because it is like heavy traffic at this point of the morning. So either rapport to like work your way through, or athletics to get you guys up to a better like walking place.
Oh.
Either one for me is a 1.
Oh no, this is only one person doing it. So
Oh, I
that's
see.
the goal. Rapport
That's
athletics. Pierce, who would you like to go next?
Oh.
Alrighty. In that case, I get to pick. Let's see.
And also, don't forget, of course, that this is also the time where you can, if you don't have skills like this, if you have a skill that you can use to make an advantage, that's still something you can work with.
I'm
You both-
athletic. I'm athletic.
You're very.
And yeah,
That's your thing.
go with the only person who has athletics.
Yeah.
Go, Emily. Go do it.
Okay. And yeah, that was a 3.
Yeah. So you're able to find a pretty good path through, like around the big crowd. Sort of like jump up, like go off like some of the like piles of stuff nearby onto a nearby roof and down the other side, basically bypassing the entire like huge clump of people. However, now you need to figure out where they're going. So you either need to notice a path towards where they're at, which is alertness, or figure out the city with academics.
Oh, I'm actually half decent at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Anna's our best bet there.
Yeah, I'd like to try to academics my way through the city. And for once, my dice were half decent with a 3.
It's because I got you new ones.
Actually, the first test roll I did was a -2.
Well,
Oh, you got that out of the way.
Yeah. So yeah, you're able to determine, sort of where you need to be going in order to catch up to them well, and able to find that path towards upwards towards the Slims, passing through Elysium Park a bit. But you sort of were able to see them go this way. You just need to figure out where they've gone. So you need to we need investigation to follow the trail, or rapport to ask some passersby.
Is Wombat the only one who hasn't gone yet?
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Hey, there's always the opportunity to use something else to find a advantage for your friends.
Okay, so is he still in sight?
You saw glances of them as you got here. The idea is now you're trying to figure out exactly which turn they took.
I see. Shit. I don't know what else I could do. I'll just try with the report, asking people.
You can do that. You could. I would also say you could fire your gun into the air with a gun.
I was thinking of doing that. I just don't know. Like that would work if it was clearing it out so that I could get to him easier. But we're trying to figure out where he went, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if someone shot a gun into the air and then someone else said, "Hey, where'd they go?" then I'd be like, "Oh, that way."
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll fire my gun.
Making a guns check, sort of like an intimidation check, in order to startle everyone to give yourself an up.
That's a guns 4.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone in the near vicinity is startled for sure.
Do I notice the guy?
No, but it means that whoever does a roll next has a advantage.
I see. All right. So yeah, I'll toss it off to they're still doing rapport and stuff.
Yeah, it's rapport or what was the one I said?
Investigation?
Yeah, rapport or investigation.
All right, I'll toss it off to Pierce.
All right.
Alrighty, time to investigate. Remind me how advantage works in this game, because I was just playing a bunch of D&D.
Yeah, basically this would it works like roll, or basically what it is the advantage that he created an aspect for the crowd, so they are startled.
Okay.
And you get a free use of it.
So I'm rolling investigation. That is a 4 on investigation.
Perfect. You're basically you see Wombat take a shot into the air. Everyone stops and looks at you, and you just yell "Where did they go?" And one of them just points down one of the alleys.
Nice.
Sounds good. Let's roll.
Perfect. So you run down the alley, turn to your side, and in one of the side alleys, you see them. They have sort of they're at a they are halfway down the alley, not moving, and basically just walk through the wall.
What?
So that's another magic wall, right?
I mean, you can go see. It's a tight alley.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go test the solidity of the wall.
I'm holding my cane out in front of me so I don't walk directly into a solid wall, but yeah.
I mean, okay, the alley that you'd be going down, they were turned to one of the walls of the alley, not at the very end. So
yeah.
As you approach, roll me investigation.
4.
4? Okay, yeah. So as you approach where they were, you're able to tell that they don't walk through a wall. This is a hidden door, essentially. It is well made to sort of blend in with the wall itself, but it is not that they walked through the wall. It is just that you couldn't see where they went at first. You also see that written on the wall are the words "The Fool's Errand" in old flaking white paint.
I'll quickly search through my purse and just like make sure I know exactly where the Fool card is, just in case.
Okay.
Probably doesn't mean anything, but
I'm going to take out the mask that I appropriated earlier and hand it off to Pierce.
We picked something up
Excellent.
for you earlier.
Yeah, I got a gift.
I owe y'all. This is fantastic. I put it on my face and go, ow, I just realized I put it down on a scab. Stings.
You have to
But
wait
thank
for
you so
it to
much.
heal.
Cut the mask in half, break the scab, put the half on on where the scab was, and heal it together.
That's
Oh.
a great idea.
I was gonna say,
Use it to the skin.
I was gonna make a joke about putting it on the good side of my face, so that way that stays protected.
I mean, not a bad idea.
They're like, wow, is your
I'm just
whole
gonna
face
wear the
burned? And you
full
take it
mask
off,
for
and like,
now.
Oh, that half's fine actually.
Yeah.
You're wearing the full mask for
So
now?
what do you guys do
Yeah.
now that you are at this magical door?
I mean, who wants
is
to
there
take
a
the
door?
first step?
I'll go through.
I mean, there's a
One
door.
with the Fool card.
Okay, Emily can go. I don't. I don't want to be the first one too.
I'll go.
that
I
would be
will
the first
follow
door.
behind Emily.
I'll go through.
What do you mean you go through? It's a closed door.
I thought it was a magic door
No,
that you
no,
just
said it
stepped
was a
through.
magic
It's just a door. What are you fucking talking about?
Okay.
We need a door
Is
open.
it locked?
There's no handle that you see.
Okay, if I push on it lightly, does it open?
No.
If I push on it harder, does it open? Okay.
Can you knock?
If I decide to... Fair enough. I'll knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door like a human being would, and a like concealed like viewport slides to the side. You see like nothing but darkness through, but you hear a voice speak, and it says, "Card."
Is there like a way to slide a card in anywhere, or is it just like assume you have to hold up a card?
Like you don't see a slot for it.
Then I'll just hold up the page, the Fool.
Good. If you held up the page, you'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Shit
The
would
voice
go down.
replies, "The journey begins," and the door swings open, revealing a dark staircase that leads underground. You hear loud, uproarious cheers echoing from below, and the smell of strong booze hits your nostrils almost immediately.
Ah.
That's a smell I haven't smelt.
We have found a speakeasy.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
Sure.
Weird thing to say. You're just like, okay, we need to make sure that they think we belong here. So we hold up the card confidently, and then when they open the door, we announce out loud that we found a speakeasy.
And that we've never smelt booze before.
And that you've found it, meaning that you didn't know it was here.
Right.
No, we had an idea it was here. We just, wanted to make sure we got the right place.
Now that I know it's a speakeasy, though, I'm just gonna head downstairs confidently and quickly.
Okay, so as you walk down the stairs, they're a little steep and kind of like rickety with age. The bottom of the passageway that you see is significantly brighter. It's filled with flashing colors from the room beyond. And as you turn the corner, it is a significantly brighter and more interesting locale. There are no more than 9 steep steps before you reach the bottom, but you're greeted by a welcoming cheer as you turn the corner. The patrons of this hidden and likely illegal bar are clearly a few more drinks in than you would expect at this time of morning. The place is crowded and lively, and a live band is in full swing, making it quite loud. A beautiful young lady in a red dress stands in front of them, crooning softly to the adoration of many of the patrons. She glances at you as you walk in, giving you a coy smile and a curt nod before turning her attention back to the crowd gathered in front of her.
Do
Does
we
the
recognize her?
You do not.
Okay.
Are you, like, taking it slow, or are you like rushing down to try to like figure out where that person went?
I'm going to say I've forgotten about the other person entirely.
To be fair,
Wow.
I guess you guys don't know why you were chasing them. So I guess Pierce and Anna, are you attempting to like go?
I'll
through
try.
quickly?
I'll try to blend in a little bit more. No reason to cause attention yet.
I'm going to try to blend in, but because I'm someone who really, like, yes, I am someone who does seek validation, so I am going to try to go for an investigation situation. So
Okay.
that's a 1 on investigation.
All right, hold that for me and just remember it. Essentially, as you walk in, because you are not like running at top speed, you are able to like stop yourself as you get to the bottom and not run into the person that is like leaned back, like fully back in their chair and like blocking half of the walking space with a fedora over their eyes.
Oh!
Next,
Is that my buddy Jay?
across the table from him is a tower
Ah,
that you might describe as impossibly large.
yeah. Excellent.
So, with your investigation check, what is it that you're looking for, Tom?
I'm looking first and foremost, I'm looking for people I recognize, and I'm also looking to see if there could have been a way to see a path or where someone could have discarded a cloak to look like a regular patron or something like that.
So there's not a whole lot of space here, being a one of the more popular, it seems, underground illegal speakeasies. There's a fairly large amount of people in here, and it is crowded enough that the only like easy path they'd be able to take is the one that Jay is blocking half of.
Is there a chair at the table next to Jay?
Sort of like the table nearby essentially has like a couple chairs, like the table next to theirs, because they're far like near the entrance rather than next to the like singer.
I'm gonna pull up a chair and I'm gonna sit on it backwards, and I'm gonna say, I thought y'all would be playing right now.
He kind of like Jay like tosses his head back to like throw his hat back onto his head. It's just like, hey, I thought I smelled new blood here. What you guys doing?
Oh, you know, we just kind of stumbled across this place.
The guy just come by you just now?
Oh, you mean the guy that almost knocked me on my ass? Sure.
Yes,
thing,
that
dude.
guy.
Which way did he go?
Well, didn't see too. Hold on.
You happen to know who he is?
Said, don't know really anything about him. Couldn't see his face or anything. Dressed in black like a, I don't know, weirdo. Really told him what for as they ran, but I just saw him disappear down the back hallway and didn't really think more of it. Why, they owe you money?
Something like that.
I mean, I don't know why we care at all, but
He may have just murdered a politician.
is that?
So, you wanted to buy him a drink, or?
No, but
He
Just
made
ask him a
it
couple
look like we
questions.
did it.
I was just going to say, let's face it, if a guy murders a politician and then goes and runs and hides in a speakeasy, that's just going to lead police right to this place. So we got to find him and find out where he is, or else we ain't going to, like, this bar needs someone to save it at this point. So you don't want a guy who killed a politician associated with the speakeasy.
Yeah, you got him there. That's true.
He was able to get in with like a member card and all that, so you know.
Not too many people have those either.
I mean, it seems like a fair number of people do.
He kind of looks around. He's like, I mean, okay, yeah, you got me there too, but like, in the city, there's not a whole lot of them. At the very least, they try not to hand them out to folks that might murder someone.
I would hope
Someone
not.
done
good.
goofed.
I mean, you could always ask old Harold about it, I guess, see if he knew anything. He kind of like jams his thumb over his shoulder to just like reference the bar area in general.
Alrighty, who's old Harold?
The bartender, owner of the place, really.
Excellent. I want to go talk to Harold.
Yeah, let's go talk to Harold.
I'm gonna stick with Jay and Rin.
I mean, they're the most fun ones at the bar, I guess.
They really are.
Yeah.
Rin is sitting across from him, like, nose in his book, like, absolutely not paying attention. Like, as you guys walked up, he basically, like, just raised one hand to, like, acknowledge you before, like, going back to his book. He's, at this point, got a notepad and, like, pencil as well that he's, like, taking notes or something with.
Oh, interesting.
Can I see what the notes are about?
Yeah, roll me, investigation or academics.
What about alertness?
No.
Okay.
I can roll at investigation too.
That's a 3 on, I'll say, academics.
You aren't able to tell really what it's about, but you are easily able to tell that he is, like, this is certainly code.
Okay.
But rather than it being like, like, it doesn't seem like he is, like, writing out a letter in code so much as it seems like he is, like,
Maybe decoding?
learning code, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So while you're doing that, who ran over to see Harold?
Me.
Me.
Same.
Alright, so Emily, Anna, and Pierce will, you'll be able to get to the bar pretty easily. It'll take a minute or so before he's able to get to you, considering how busy it is. But after a little bit, he comes over and he's just like, alright, what can I get you guys?
So... Did somebody just come in here wearing all black cloak, had a member's card? You happen to know at all who that could be?
Roll me, I guess, rapport.
I rolled empathy.
Yeah, you can, I think.
Okay, good, because that's the only way it's going to work, and that's a 0 on empathy. I am going to seek validation and use my last fate point for the night.
All right.
Okay, that's a 4.
He'll look and be like, "You may have, but I don't generally give out information to random people at my bar, especially newcomers."
Well, so here's the thing. I was chasing this guy, and he came in here. He just killed a politician, and his body was discovered. We saw him take the knife, pop out of the window, and run down here. So
he sort of like frowns and like continues like cleaning the glass he's got. He's just like, "Well, I don't know you, but you seem alright. If that's truly the case, I don't really want them to, don't really want a whole lot of attention causers to,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, yeah.
This place. Tell you what, I know they went down the hall. Earlier I was contacted by someone who wished to rent out one of the rooms for the night. So, I'm guessing it might be them.
Do you know which room?
Yeah, be third one on your right.
Third one on the right. Alrighty.
Sounds
Let's
good.
go take a look.
Thank Callie.
I'm gonna stick with Jay and Rin.
Do you guys go and like find Forrest first, or do you just leave without him?
I'll try to like motion towards Forrest that we're leaving, and like
Forrest has 2 of our 4 guns, so I am going to like kind of
You know what, that's a very good point.
gesture that he should come this way.
I'll sigh and get up, nod to Jay and Ren, and say, "It's nice seeing y'all again. Hope it happens another time," and walk off.
Like, yep, just find us next time you're behind the 8 ball.
Behind the 8 ball.
I'll gesture with my hand to acknowledge his statement as I leave.
All right. So you guys walk down the hallway. You make your way down the short carpeted hallway. Although clearly refurbished, bits of wallpaper are peeled back enough to reveal the solid concrete walls behind them, as well as the large red bloodstain, a not so gentle reminder of the illicit activities that go on in these places, as well as the consequences that come with them. Near the end of the hallway lies the room you were directed to, and its door would easily open with a loud creak. It is quiet and dark, with the hall light only lighting up a small section of carpet in front of the door. But you see a candle lit on a dresser further inside, next to a golden electric lamp with a dark red shade. The door is a bit heavy, though. It seems it seems meant to stay closed generally, considering the types of activities that go on.
Alrighty.
As
So
we go
you're
inside.
saying- I was just going to say, so you're saying there's a large door in our way?
I mean,
I'm gonna say
it's unlocked.
No, it opened. Yeah.
it opened. I'll step through.
Okay.
As we step through, I'm going to get my revolver ready.
Okay.
I just have my hand on it in my purse.
Just be
I
like,
got my cane.
So the doors close behind you, naturally, as they are meant to do. And it cuts out most of the crowd's roar from the bar behind you. The eerie silence of the room inside is a sudden but not unwelcome change, and your mind finds itself able to think clearly once more for a bit. There's still the light, or the electric lamp inside, that you'd be able to next to the candle, if you want to see things.
Are there any other doors in the room?
Well, you can't see because there's only a candle.
Okay. Are there any switches nearby?
No.
I motion for the others to stay back in case it's some kind of trap, and then I walk over and turn on the lamp.
The lamp is significantly brighter than you expected, and it lights up the whole room quite well. You see a grand piano sitting in the corner, looking old and worn, but not recently used. The furnishings are quite nice and certainly very soft. Many deals have been made or broken in this room, and only the walls themselves hold those stories. Strangely, the centerpiece of the room is a large freestanding radio, and as your ears adjust to the sudden change in sound levels, you begin to notice that the radio is on, although little is coming through but static. But suddenly you hear a loud telling clunk from outside the door, alerting you that you have been locked inside. The radio hisses to life, and a gravelly voice emanates from it, clearing its throat a few times before it begins to speak. Is this working? It seems to be. Yes, it seems so. Greetings to you all. I understand that you must be concerned at the moment, and so I wish to start with this. I vow upon my honor as a gentleman, scholar, and friend that you are in no danger from me. The door may be locked, but it will open the moment this transition ends. It was necessary to bring you all here so that I might tell you some information that is of the utmost importance to you, and it was necessary that this information not be overheard by our enemies. First and foremost, I wish to give you my name, that I might develop some amount of trust from you despite everything you've been through. I am known as I. Secondly, I must tell you this. Everything you have known up until now is a lie. This city, this government, even your memories are mere fabrications, made only for the satisfaction of those who run this place. Thirdly is this. Something about you is different. The people of this city go about their day-to-day lives following the memories and drives given to them. You, on the other hand, awoke with nothing to go off of. Your memories may have returned to you over time, but those few moments before they did prove that things are different, and that those differences can change the fate of everyone who lives here. What's that? He's coming here? Already time? Okay. I'm afraid my time is already up, but I can offer the following to you. Your memories may soon return to you. Memories of your real life, not the one that has been laid out for you. These are the keys that will give you the power needed to fight back against your oppressors. Secondly, find the pages. They are among the most informed people in the city, and they are the only ones who can help you. Find them, and you will find yourself. Work with Halifax if you must, but I pray that you do not trust him. I must go, but I will be with you, and I will contact you again when I believe it will be safe. Good luck. And true to his word, as soon as he is done, the radio cuts to silence, and you hear a click at the door.
I open the door.
It is unlocked.
I look around.
Are the lights still on in the room?
Yes.
Now can I see any other doors?
You do not see other doors now.
Do I see anyone who would have unlocked the door?
Nope.
Remote control box in the 20s. That's fancy.
So...
Or just a bit of wire and some clever engineering.
So I, as a spy who wants us to deny the lie.
I hate you.
I thought you said I like AYE, like confirming what he just said.
No.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Anyways.
going to check the radio to see if there's anything else, like anything taped to it, maybe?
Find a bomb. The timer says
you do not
3,
find anything attached to it.
2.
It seems to be a fairly normal radio.
Is the radio still making static?
No, it seems to have been turned off.
Okay.
Is it connected to anything?
I mean, it's plugged in, I guess. However 20s radios worked.
That's what I was wondering, is how did 20s radios work?
It is as you would expect a 20s radio to be. Does that help?
I want to roll alertness to see if there's anything else interesting in the room.
All right, go for it.
0, whatever.
You see a large freestanding radio in the center.
Yeah.
But with the door open, you do hear a commotion outside.
I guess I'm gonna head outside, see what the hell's going on.
I just want a break.
As you begin to walk outside, you realize it will be difficult to get there as a large group of people have begun, like, stampeding into the hallway, essentially.
Can I close the door again, just so we don't get crushed?
Probably smart.
As you begin to close the door, an arm reaches in and grabs you.
Is it attached to a person?
Yes.
Can I swat it with my bag of marbles?
You'll basically, like, feel this grip on your arm with a slight pull that says, "Come on, the police are on the way."
Okay.
I guess I'll follow. I guess we're going.
You'll open the door, and it is the singer from the bar, actually.
Oh. Hello, do we know you?
Not yet, it seems, but you seem new and might not be accustomed to these situations. Follow me, and I'll get you guys out.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I do a head count. Yep, we're all here. Okay.
A head count. The adult. So she guides you through a series of, like, short tunnels. Each turn you make, essentially, like, there are less and less people nearby, considering like everyone's, like, spreading out to different exits. And eventually you climb up a small staircase and open a door, and two of you will recognize that you are in Sawbone Market Bonesaw Market once more.
Is that where we were earlier today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hey, this is where we got your mask.
Oh, cool.
Hey, I know where a pawn shop we can like go to is and get out of sight. Follow me.
I follow.
Are you sure we can just go there?
Yes.
So, as you do that, the singer will kind of like wave to you guys as you leave. Like, all right, I'll see you around.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Like, Ophelia.
Yeah, okay. See you later.
And I am Hamlet.
Oh gosh.
Interview, huh?
Run, Ophelia, run.
For real.
All right, and with that, that should be the ending of Act 1.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, was a murder not enough for you? I'm sorry.
No, it just kind of feels like both too soon and too late.
This was actually more scenes than the original.
It kind of feels like it snuck up on me, but at the same time, like, so much was happening, I thought we were already in Act 2, honestly.
Yes, kind of, but yeah, I guess the introduction that the world isn't what it seems was the end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it makes sense. It's just, wow, 3 dead bodies already.
Yeah.
Act 1 ended with the dead body and a monster, and so we're past that with this arc. But
I thought it would be a fitting like a fitting end to Act 1, where Act 1 you've sort of been like, we recognize the premise, but some things are different. And then you find both of your suspects dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to walk in and find Call dead.
No.
We weren't expecting to find the
caught me
politician
totally off
dead.
guard.
Yeah, they weren't expecting to find Barney dead, even though they heard that Call died.
Yeah, but we thought maybe we got there ahead of time. Or like near. Actually, we did get there at the same time as the murder.
Like,
if
the
maybe we got-
receptionist hadn't slowed you down.
Yeah, which means she might be part of it.
Or maybe Dom.
Probably not.
For you guys to not
Bureaucracy
be there
strikes
immediately.
again.
So we say Dom?
I said, or maybe the DM needed a reason for you guys to not immediately see them. So
Yeah.
Because they weren't, the DM wasn't expecting you to split up, and I didn't want some of you to miss this whole segment. Like, can you imagine if Forrest didn't get to see Jay and Ren another time?
Oh, I'd be so sad.
They do so owe us a favor by the end of this campaign.
It's true. That's what this aspect card is here for.
They have an aspect card for that.
It's the easiest way I can, like, take a note, but yeah, I mean, basically you have an aspect for owed a favor.
Nice.
I was like, ooh, our friends. Let me hang out with them for a minute.
I still need to make my aspect.
Pull up their Stardew friendship modifier.
I did forget to mention you're also fugitives from the law.
Okay, but what else is new?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's normal campaign stuff.
Right.
I'm pretty sure last campaign we were as well. Just the cops stopped caring.
Honestly, I don't ever want to play another tabletop where I'm not on the run from the police.
Yeah, you don't want to play a tabletop game where you ever see a police officer and then act like a regular human being around them.
Right. It's either run away or punch them in the face. Like, those are the two options.
Yeah, or surrender and then go to jail and then escape.
Only because you knew that if you punched them in the face, you'd get murdered.
And because, like, if we ran away from the house, we'd just get shot at. And I've had enough of being a bullet sponge of the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh, Ellis, there's a reason why I took athletics as such a high skill.
Yeah.
Ellis just, like, we were all very social then. Ellis just had such a magnetic personality.
Shit, there's a reason why I took guns.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about running a new version of this campaign is I get to see you guys pick skills knowing some of the things you might need.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I didn't quite take a medicine, because, like, that would have fit the character better.
Well,
But science and medicine kind of overlap.
Science is the medicine skill.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there's not a medicine.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain kept saying, yeah, there's a medicine skill. There has to be.
Yeah, science takes care of, like, anything that is scientific in nature that isn't engineering.
Like, honestly, I would like to take engineering. There's just not a reason to.
I mean, find reasons to. Build shit. Alright, yeah. So, I guess we'll see everyone next time. I'm excited to see what happens, because both of your leads just died.
Yeah.
But now, you're given a new mission, which is cool.
I mean, we kind of need one, given that our last mission is dead.
Yeah. It's just a cool mission of, hey, find the people that shot you.
I mean, we can still report to Halifax that we found them, but we were too late.
That's also true.
Yeah.
We can always just report to him and say, hey, good news, neither of your leads are going to be a problem for you in the future.
Yeah. If either of them are the mole, they aren't anymore. Like moles, they are underground.
Ha.
Got them.
Funny.
Well, we will see everyone again next week.
Bye.
See how this all goes. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
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 Bye.